Okay, scam number 3. We're going to talk about the bait and switch. I know everyone has heard this term in lots of different scenarios, but today we're going to talk about it in the terms of mortgages. So Latrice, please explain to them about the bait and switch.
The bait and switch is usually where the individual targets the elderly community.
Shame on you.
Shame. But the reason why they target the senior community is because they typically either their homes are free and clear or they owe a low balance on their mortgage.
Okay.
Which is really appealing to the fraudster because there's a whole lot of equity up in there.
Okay.
So what they do is that they typically meet with the homeowner and act, I guess you would say, as financial advisors, showing them how they can use the equity built up in their home to support and finance their lifestyle after retirement. This may involve you signing a stack of papers in which you haven't read through completely, and within those papers they're having you sign your deed away without you knowing it. In some cases they outright steal your deed without ever talking to you. They go out and pull mortgages, they'll apply for a mortgage and refinance your house without you ever knowing. I do know from personal experience with a family member of my own who this did happen to. He had owned his home for over 50 years, and unfortunately it was a relative who took out a full-blown mortgage on his house without him knowing. And the only way that he found out was that the Register of Deeds sent him a letter from the Register of Deeds advising that that mortgage had been discharged, paid off.
What is so sad about this one is, for one, you're targeting the elderly. So shame on you.
Shame.
Second, we hear all the time about family members doing something deceptive to their loved ones to get their home or to get money out of him. So again, don't allow Poo-Poo or Ray or Barbie or Ken come up to you with these great ideas on how they can help you refinance your home. And I've seen where family members, because they are in the mortgage industry, and I do mortgages and I refinance, they go to mom and dad and convince them to refinance their home. 9 times out of 10, because they want to borrow the money from mom and dad, they don't help mom and dad pay back this mortgage that they done took out on them, and mom and dad end up in debt or losing their homes. But that family member don't care because they already got what they wanted. So shame. It's disgusting. So our scams 1, 2, or 3 sort of talked about issues that we want you to be aware of so you don't prevent yourself from getting scammed. But our last one we're going to talk about is something that you all get letters, because I've even gotten a letter before with my mortgage where it was sold to another mortgage company. Well, there's scams in that as well, where you get a letter from your mortgage company that you're in now saying it has been sold and you now need to start making payments to another mortgage company. Latrice, tell us about that one.
Well, like you said, that happens all the time.
All the time.
And that is a legitimate occurrence in the mortgage industry because not every lender holds on to their note.
Right.
But what I advise individuals to do, especially if you're in a distressed situation, is that you contact your lender.
Yes.
Contact your lender before you just start sending money to a new company. Contact to verify that this is actually what has occurred. So if you just use common sense sometimes and do a little bit of due diligence, you can prevent yourself from being a victim of any one of these various types of scams.